Alright, quick update for Dogelon Mars. So I'm going to make this fairly quick just because I am, kind of looking at one target for us to get above. So, in the short term, if we do take this micro fib from the low to the micro high that we put in up here, you can see in the short term we are above the 618 and we back tested the 786. So, in the very, very short term, we are micro bullish. In the macro term, if we do zoom out, you can see we are in, a very, very steep downtrend for Dogelon Mars. So what I'm personally looking for Dogelon is a nice setup for a short-term long. So I've got my eyes on the 200-day moving average right here. What I'd personally need to see for me to kind of buy some more Dogelon Mars, at least in the short term, would be for us to hop above this 200-day moving average, come up to somewhere like here, back test somewhere between 851, and then have a strong push, at which point I would be buying a small position because, in my opinion, even if that is a dead cat bounce and we would be coming up to somewhere near this this descending resistance, I would have a 30 to 33% gain, which, on a 10x leverage would be, over a 3x return. So what I'm looking for in the short term is, really just to finally get above this 200-day. If we do get above the 200-day, I will be shorting, I will be putting in a short-term long position. You can also see if we did manage to get above there, this is a very, very ugly W pattern, but nevertheless, this is still a very valid W pattern, and we are starting to push up. So, in my opinion, if we did break above the 200-day, this would be the momentum we need to at least kind of come to this resistance and to the neckline. If at which point we did break out of this, this descending trend line, we would have a huge W pattern on our hands. So if we just take a measured move target, do bear in mind, I'm not saying this is going to happen. What I am saying is, personally, right now I am sitting on the sidelines, and until we do break out of this this 200-day, I am still very much on the sidelines. If we did break above the 200-day, I would be putting in a long, a very short long. I would be, having my my stop loss moved up to somewhere around about here. Once we do kind of start moving up, I would be making sure I do walk away with some profit on this trade. So if we do go into this trade and we do break above the 200-day, so be it. We can then start talking about hopefully breaking above the 110 level up here. But do bear in mind, I am not saying that we are going to break above the 200-day. I actually kind of find it, potentially likely that we would be doing something like this, coming up and getting rejected off the 200-day before, all the dog coins kind of get rugged to hell for one last low before we do hopefully push up. So just a disclaimer, I do have a small percentage of my portfolio in Dogelon Mars. It is almost a 1% allocation, which is a significant amount for me to put in dog coins, in my opinion. So that is just me. I am somewhat of a conservative trader. Like 60% of my money is in Bitcoin, the rest of it is basically in Solana, and I have a very, very small portion in gold and Dogelon Mars. So like I said, keep an eye on this 200-day. If we do get rejected around about 850, I would be expecting us to put in new lows. Potentially, you could see we could be back testing the lows down here, which would be something like a 37% drop. So, all in all, we haven't made a decision. I do believe that we're going to be coming up to the 200-day in the next few weeks. If we do break below the 200-day, I would kind of just be sitting on the sidelines waiting for lower lows. If we do break above the 200-day, I will be putting in a long position, or I will be, buying a spot, very small position, and, also doing that long that I talked about. So that is all I see for Dogelon Mars right now. Do bear in mind as well, the money flow indicator is turning up very nicely. Normally when this does turn up, we go on an absolute rally and this coin becomes extremely euphoric. So that is all I see for this Dogelon Mars video right now. Once again, none of this is financial advice. This is just my opinion on the market, and you've always got to do what's best for you. Peace.